'cause I ain't coming back. The best definition I ever got from the word resolve came.
All right, so listen, the thumbnail is a thumbnail for the reason. Like, I expected to have this done over the weekend, like crunching numbers, just logging my journal right now, or logging my backtesting and reviewing screenshots. But it's not done, so I had to keep on doing it, and I had to keep on doing it till it's finished. So, if you want to sit on here through this dry content that I'm about to display on here, you can go ahead and do that, following through files. I hope you get something out of it. Where's my thing that I'm looking for? Here it is. Bow. Okay, if this is your first time hopping on the stream, my name is Dakota. I track my trading journey on here, just recording my development as a trader as I become develop into a full-time trader, and hopefully inspire some people along the way, motivate some people, and meet some people along the way, so that we can help each other grow and develop towards our goals. So if that's you, go ahead and hit me up, and you can reach out to me on my Discord server. The link to that's in the description, where I post some setups that I have. I post my blog, like blog updates, YouTube videos. Everything is in there. You can communicate with everybody that's in the group. We have almost are we almost at 200? I know we have over 100, maybe over 150, 180, somewhere in that range. And you guys can reach out and talk to each other, and also review my charts all the way from back in 2020, right? That's when I started the Discord server. But yeah, okay. So like I said in today's stream, I'm reviewing the backtesting I've done over the past few weeks, really since August, and just going through every single screenshots, typing in every single number so that I can have the stats logged correctly. Now, this is a very strong lesson to me, and obviously I'm procrastinating. The first thing we're gonna get into is live charts, but this is obviously a major lesson to me to create an Excel sheet where all this is easily transferable and automatically is in a journal, right? So I can just copy and paste it instead of actually, typing out everything. But it's okay. We're gonna get through it. But yeah, for these live streams, I'm gonna start on live charts. Then I'm gonna go ahead and get to do what I'm doing. And live streams in the future, I honestly plan to continue doing this. I'm not gonna yeah, let's do this. Let's talk about it. There's not much benefit in staring at the chart all day, like the live chart. Like, once you have your setup, and, or at least for me, when I have my setup, and my alerts are set. So when my alerts go off, that's when I need to come back to the chart and take action on something, or be aware of something that's happening in the market. But if I'm just hold on, let me give you guys an on-screen view. Forex factory right there should come up. Perfect. Okay, let me give you guys the on-screen view. Imagine this is my setup. Now, previously, like a few hours when I made this setup, it's like price was here. You're really gonna have me. Does it really make sense to sit here all day? Let's say from, oops. Sorry guys, I haven't slept. I got a little 30-minute nap in, so that's the refreshness that's coming off of you right now. All right, that's how alert I am. But I'm gonna hop on here. Let's say I look at the charts at 5:30 in the morning, and then I sit here until 11 o'clock. And from that point from 5 a.m. to 11 o'clock, I'm just waiting for price to get to my area, which my zone would be in this situation right here. I'm waiting for price to get to there. So I'm sitting here playing with my Rubik's Cube, or watching a YouTube video, or just BSing, right? Not making any progress or anything. I'm not gonna sit here and flip through every single chart and then open myself up for to take unnecessary action, right? So the point is, the benefit of that is like, in that time I could be backtesting, gathering data for my strategy, or testing something that I thought was interesting. So I really like that. And like, since I'm going to be consistently doing live streams, I mean, I might as well like record the real process that I want to do and get in the habit of doing that. Okay, now that that's out the way, I got that idea out of my head and out of my mouth and into the mic and onto this YouTube live stream, where it can be heard and heard in the future as well. Yo, I should have grabbed some water. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get into the live charts. Okay, obviously, like, this is the setup that I have. If you want to check out the rest of the setups, you can go to buy me a coffee site. Let me show you guys an easier way to get there though. All right, instead of typing it in like you already know what the URL is. If you went to my Discord server, the one that I talked about like 3 minutes ago, and you go down to blog or social and you hit blog right there, you can just click the most recent one. This recent one is made public, so anybody can see it. It's going to remain public for forever. All right, so you guys can get an inside look of what the weekly forecast looks like. Now, before I show you this, you guys should know I'm not a full-time trader. My primary source of income is not trading, right? I make just a couple $100 a day with not a day, my fault, a couple $100 a month with trading. Okay, nothing too crazy. Sometimes I have really good months, sometimes I don't, but I'm just, like I said, on my journey to become full-time, right? But so say all that as a disclaimer, just because I post something here doesn't mean I'm always right. Okay, it's just a way for me to track it publicly and also hold myself accountable. And if other people agree, they can say, oh, he agrees with my markup, cool. It gives me more confidence to set up, because I know that was heavy in my when I first started. That was a big deal for me when I first started. But here, this is what the weekly forecast looks like. As you scroll down, I go through at least 25 every week. And I actually started to add gold and Bitcoin. This one doesn't have Bitcoin on it. I had to stop because I need to move on. Let's just say it was getting late, right? So I stopped at gold. And on today's stream, I'll go ahead and mark up Bitcoin. But that was like the longest intro I've ever had. And I'm sorry for you guys being able to hear that while I did not hear that. But now let's get into the chart. Let's go to the pairs that I'm paying attention to. First pair, Euro JPY. And Euro JPY actually took my signal came off 38.2, 4-hour setup. Nice little setup. If price does break down lower, I'm looking to buy off the 50 Fibonacci level. 61.8, there's an opportunity there, but the prime setup or prime area for me right now is the 50. So if price continues, like, decides to push lower or ends up pushing lower, I'll just adjust and re-enter. Okay, let's go to next pair. There's nothing much to talk about here. I'm gonna go ahead and post a screenshot first. Man, I still do not know what causes that to open sometimes. Because I know I'm not pressing that. Well, I may be. I actually have the original setup up here somewhere. And my fault. Let me bring up the chat. If you guys do have any pairs you want me to go over, type it in the live chat. I'll be sure to go over it either in this first part or the second half after I finish my backtesting review, which is going to be at 8:30 is when I'm done. I did not see Euro JPY. And I go through this pair like every single day. Was there like no solid update? Yep, I guess there was no update. So could have swore I sent something out on it. It may have been in a thread that expired. Okay, let's move that all the way to the left. Let's go to AUD/USD. AUD/USD, I'm still waiting on this buy setup. Pretty much the same thing on Euro JPY. I'm off. Let me bring this up now. All right, pretty much the same thing. 30.2 entry first, and then alternatively the 50. Just have to see price develop. I would like more structure to be built, like something really like that. That would be gorgeous. I don't know when I change this color to purple, but yeah, that's it. Now I'm definitely extremely hesitant to trade today, because obviously I'm not fully refreshed. I'm not really in my trading mode. Like, I'm prepared, I'm ready, but I don't think I'm fully focused. You know what I mean? I feel like I can easily slip up right now. So I would prefer all those to change later. Okay, and then this one, I just didn't know. Like, the setup wasn't super clean to me. The buying opportunities were down here, and then after the buying opportunities, like, too many buying opportunities came at this level, so I got really skeptical. This was like thought process from last week, and then I saw sell setups, or really over the past 2 weeks, sell setups, and then I saw a triangle, and then I was like, bro, there's a bullish flag within the triangle, and I'm confusing myself with everything. So and then within all of that, I saw a bearish flag. So I just kept confusing myself on dollar Swiss, even after remarketing it up several times. So there's really, I just stopped. That's it. I'm just gonna wait. All right. So looking for price to break out here, looking for a bullish flag or bullish formation to form here, and looking for price to continue up. Since price is pushing up, I am looking for it to push up all the way to this level, which is about a little above 945. Okay. Now that that's out the way, we have gold, US30, and Bitcoin. Let's go to gold. Gold, I'm looking for price to scale down to the bottom of this range. This range is based off the daily, I think. No, it's based off the weekly. So I have price in a weekly range. And overall, long term, I'm looking for price to continue to push up. Since price has already tested this demand zone with this wick. Now, with wick test, there's possibly a second entry that could occur after that. But, I mean, we still have to consider that, right? So what I'd like to see is price come back down to the bottom of this range, this weekly range, and then possibly push up from that point. If price pushes beyond that point, I'm looking for a solid touch here, pretty much for price to close like on the daily time frame like it did here around this area before reversing. I would prefer a descending channel to form here before getting that push up, but definitely long term looking for buys here. Long term looking for buys. What do we have? Let's continue going down. Yeah, like, yeah. Just looking for the sell. If price, like, I'll actually mark this off, because if price actually does come back up to this level, not necessarily the trend line, if it comes back up to this level, that's a definite, I would definitely sell if it was on my list. Okay, and then US30, really I could have just marked it off the time frame we just looked at, which is the 4 hour. But I'm just gonna put price in a range, and obviously, like, long term, it's an uptrend. Price broke out of that range that we had on the 1 hour / 4 hour last week, so that's really good for us. And let's make this better. I don't like zones too much. Sometimes they're beneficial, sometimes they just get in the way and annoy me on my charts. Okay, we have that break technically, but there's most recently a downtrend. Okay, we'll imagine if price does break through that area, this is the next level that I'm going to be paying attention to. Okay, deal. Let's go to the 4 hour. Can we draw that downtrend here? Yep. Continue to scroll down. Now here we have an impulsive move. We have price moving correctively. Instinctively, I want to say it's corrective movement, right? Now with that, looking for sales until price breaks that trend line. If price breaks the trend line, looking for buying opportunities. Sell doesn't have much like it's not a good area to sell at, right? So we shouldn't even be paying attention to the sell. Just be aware of this. So possibly corrective movement leading to an impulsive break to the upside. Possibly. Obviously got to wait for price to actually show us that. And yeah, just waiting for an impulsive break to the upside. Break that trend line, look for a buying opportunity. If price breaks below, we look for sales down lower. But until that happens, nothing to do here for me. Let's go to Bitcoin. Now I added Bitcoin. Like I don't regularly trade Bitcoin. I like partially invest in Bitcoin, like long term or certain cryptos, let's say. And then like what's it called? But I started paying attention because I saw a really nice buying opportunity in this level that we talked about a few streams ago. And here on the daily, we're actually looking for a bullish setup. So like now that price is actually pushed down and broken this trend that we had here, let's say short-term trend line, very steep trend. It's a nice opportunity for a pullback, for a possible buying opportunity. Now price could scale down even further, like in any case, of course. I know there's let's just say there's potential for price to scale down lower. Possibly to the bottom of this range, but honestly I don't see that happening, at least right now. But you know, what do I know? I haven't extensively backtested Bitcoin as much as the other things I trade. So that means everything I'll say here really doesn't matter, or shouldn't have weight when it comes to Bitcoin. Jesus. Just keep on. I need to review candlestick momentum. Like just with how far I was zoomed out, I just was reminded of that, and yeah, I need to review it. Okay, where are we going? We're going to Discord. Replying to Okay. That doesn't quite make sense with the daily correction, right? If I'm looking for a daily correction, I need structure to be built. I don't necessarily need price to just do that, right? You can see price do this, but am I forcing to see what I want to see, or could there possibly be a rejection here? All right, things gotta wait out for it. Anytime it can break, if it breaks up, I'm looking for price to come back down, and that area for it to come back down would be right about here, and then looking for that. Okay, got it. We'll leave it there for now, and then as things change, if that actually does break out earlier, we'll just adjust. So that's it for my list. I'm gonna take a short break, grab some water, and then make some progress on this backtesting review, man. I'll be right back. There we go. As we're waiting, let's see how many random things I can talk about to keep myself awake, right? Right now, there's nothing. Oh, there is something. Let me just get the hoodie just right though. I need symmetry. Okay. Okay, I think symmetry is accomplished. So, whew, man, gotta make sure I do not. Yeah, I finished this book yesterday. Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's a really, I think it's a really great book. Right, got a really, a lot of really good notes from it, and a lot of good quotes to take from it. But also the system of how he breaks down habits is really clear and concise. I'm working on implementing it right now, step by step, and it's actually requires an amount of detail and organization, and obviously it's gonna take time to like see it actually in use. But I've started to take the steps. It'll be and it's fun. I think it's fun right now. So definitely recommend checking it out. Again, Atomic Habits by James Clear. Then my next book is also habit focused, but I have to do the stuff in here before I can move on to the next one. And the next one is it's a yellow book with the word habit in red on it. I think it's called The Power of Habit. It's like under another book right now. So, you know, I can't be lazy. I'll be right back. Jeez. That was right. It's called The Power of Habit. This is the next one. Hopefully after implementing this stuff, after implementing James Clear's method, maybe I might find something in here. I know James Clear actually references this book in there as well. Hopefully I can find something in here that I can merge together and basically like potentially make the system more efficient, but I have to implement the system first before like making any type of adjustment. Okay, great. That was random topics. But it's time to actually work now. Let me bring everything up. Now tonight or last night, I planned to literally go through and at least finish and get to year 3 for my review. Didn't do that. I checked off my weekly plan, which is just my planning what I'm going to do this week, mapping out like how I'm going to approach the week and remembering things that I have to get done. And then I went ahead, did the weekly forecast, made adjustments to my structure on that. And then I started on reviewing backtesting. Now, as I dug into it, I got a few done, but not as much as I wanted to. I only got halfway through 2007. And then took a break, fell asleep for, it was like an hour and a half or 30 minutes. It was either 30 minutes or an hour and a half. The time just, I looked at the time before this live stream and it was like 6:55. Okay, then I turned around to pick up something. I come back, I look at the clock and it's 6:59. So in between the time of me turning away from my desk, picking, I don't know what I picked up, picking something up and coming back and looking back on my back at the clock, 4 minutes had passed. That's how time is moving for me right now. Let me share my screen. Now I said I didn't want to share this on the last one anymore because like it's really, like I said, it's really dry. But I had planned to have this done by this time and I don't have it done. So consequences. If you know where that's from, give the video a like. And also share your funniest Cam Pill moment. 161. Cancel, focus, review the screenshot. So for this, I already told you guys about the Excel sheet that I have over here on the side where I'm like literally getting the data from. Right now it's just an idea. It's not a plan yet. I need to write it down in order for it to be a plan. But I intend to make my own like edge long journal technically, just with the stats that I want to review here. Sorry. And then put it on an Excel sheet, so like when I do download my backtesting, I can just, like I said, copy and paste it, so it's easier to get through this. Or more efficient. And that means I would have to file through the screenshots as I go, or organize the screenshots as I go. Should save a lot of time. And I'm actually about to listen to Jim Ron. Okay, especially if no one's on here right now, I'm about to listen to Jim Ron. Yeah. Jim Ron. You guys really don't need to hear. Yeah.
Who can tell me what resolve means? And I got several hands, and they were all pretty good, but the last was the best. Little girl was about to work out. Called up her hand. She said, Mr. Room, I think I know what resolve means. I said, darling, what do you think it is? She said, I think it means promising yourself you will never give up. Webster Spanish aside, that is the definition. Promise yourself you will never give up. I asked the kids, grab his baby before you shut him off? How long? See, any mother in the world would say, you're crazy. My baby's going to keep trying until it learns how to walk. What a magic. Now let me show you what triggers all emotions into activity that brings results. And results is the name of the game. Here it is. Action. Finally, you must do something about how you feel. Jesus, the master teacher, said, don't just be listeners, be doers. The world admires the doers. Whatever it takes to get you to try harder, read more, set your goals, and go for it. Here's the next attitude disease. Over-caution. Some people never will have much. They're too cautious. Now, you can also be too reckless, but you can also be too cautious. This is called the timid approach to life. And my caution was always the risk. Risk used to drive me right up the wall. I used to say, what if this happens? It's called the language of the poor. What if this happens? And on top of that, if this was to happen, look at the fix I'd be in. I better not try. I could always ace myself out. Then I'll tell you what changed my whole life when I finally discovered it's all risky. The minute you were born, it got risky. If you think trying is risky, wait till they hand you the bill for not trying. If you think investing is risky, wait till you get the tab for not investing. See, it's all risky. Getting married is risky. Having children is risky. Going into business is risky. Investing your money is risky. It's all risky. I'll tell you how risky life is. You're not going to get out alive. That's risky. The Englishman says, well, if that's the way it's going to work out, let's give it a go. Right. That's what it's for. Give it a go. Somebody says, yeah, but I'm looking for safety and security. Fine, then huddle in a corner. We'll cover you with a sheet, bring you 3 meals a day. And we'll protect you, feed you, look after you, care for you. We won't let anything happen to you. And you'll probably live to be 100. The guy said, well, yeah, I'd live to be 100. But what a way to live. Right. What a way to live, safe and secure. Don't ask for security. Ask for adventure. Better to live 30 years full of adventure than 100 years safe in the corner. And see, it's not important how long you live. What's important is how you live. Here's the next attitude disease. We're almost through with this motley list. In fact, we're almost through. Hang on. The next one is pessimism.
15.
Pessimism, the deadly disease of always looking on the bad side, the problem side, the difficult
Okay,
side.
that's that. So that is wrong. I circled the wrong one at the time. 673. 673. There should be partials of 673.
He doesn't look for virtue. He looks for faults. And when he finds them,
Okay. 673 hasn't been implemented. Why does it look like I
doesn't see the sunset. He sees the spectacle.
added a new one here?
And this is the poor guy, right, who rushes up, takes such leave of his
Does,
senses. This guy rushes up
does.
and says, I've got 5 good reasons why it won't work. He's so dumb, he doesn't know. All you need's one. He's got 5. To the
3
pessimist, the glass is always half
partials.
empty.
Last one I just did.
To the optimist, the
And
glass
X
is
entry.
half
And X entry
full. Why
partials.
would the same measure affect people 2 different ways? Answer. It all depends on how
And
you
X
look at it.
partials and X exit.
Our lives are mostly affected by the way we think things are.
This NX extra is incorrect. NX extra should be down here. And that is why.
There's a subject we don't have time to get into tonight called better thinking habits.
Oh, I marked it off. That's awesome. Nice job, Dakota. I like you. Okay. Partial TP was wrong. Cool. TP fixed. Okay. And then let's look at the wrong. What's the difference?
He quoted me a Bible phrase that says, "As you think, so you become." How awesome. When he talked about poor thinking habits, he had me. I used to start the day reading the morning newspaper. I mean, you can believe that or not. I'd get a cup of coffee and read the paper. I'd load up on wars and riots and murders and stabbings and killings and bank robberies and muggings and car wrecks and tragedies. I'd even read the back pages. I seem to like that stuff for some weird reason. I'd load up on all that, and then I'd start the day. You can imagine the kind of days I used to have. You walk around on your financial news. They call you economic guru. The guy said,
So each one I need a larger view. Okay, there you go.
wonderful. The first thing we do is follow him to his house. When we get there, we walk in and check his library. Number one. Somebody says, well, why check his library? The reason is because what a man reads pours massive ingredients into his mental factory. So the fabric of his life is built from those ingredients. You would not believe what some people have got in their house.
Okay, so here, this is one of the reasons that it can take very long to get through this, because I have to understand the screenshot that I place. Maybe a way to solve this problem is make it clearer, actually circle or highlight the actual entry area, signal exit, and possibly take notes. Obviously, throughout the process, it's going to take longer, but throughout review, it's going to be a whole lot easier to review it. Because in this situation, I obviously made a mistake and I noted it off, but the mistake is still apparent because it looks like I didn't fix it on another screenshot. Because for this position that I'm supposed to be going through right now, I have it written down as a profitable trade. As a trade, I took partials for, and as a trade, I took partials for it, but I don't have a partial screenshot for this trade. You know what I could do is actually check the entry price. Well, I already have the lot size and I recognize the lot size. Why do I have 1212 without 24? Just focus on 162. Okay, make it.
They said, will you be okay? I said, what if somebody dropped strychnine in my coffee? They said, well, you'd be good.
Anyone has any tips on that? Would love to hear it. And if you stayed on the stream for this long, I really appreciate you. Just please go ahead, hit the like button. Also share if you know someone else could find value in this stream. And I'd like to see one more subscriber. So if you hit that subscribe button, keep up future content. Would love to see it. Okay. So this is the entry stop. Now the flaw here, right? Why at this point would I take a screenshot when this trade isn't activated? I shouldn't, because I'm not actually in the trade, because it's a pending order right now. Now following that on the exit, this is the trade, 6.73 after partials had been taken. Okay, I have this circled, but this is the 15.15 trade. The previous one I just took. My actual annex, or the current entry that I'm reviewing, is right here. This is the current entry. This is where partials is taken. Okay, so this is my partial screenshot. Solution, rename this partials. Okay,
because it's gonna forget you.
let's just stop there for now. Right there, okay? Before moving on.
Crying,
And let's log that.
griping, a Bible word called murmuring. See that?
Yeah, okay, this is the primary though.
Spend 5 minutes complaining and you have wasted 5. And you may have begun what's known as economic cancer of the bone.
115.65.
Haul you off into a financial desert and there let you choke on the dust of your own regret. I hope I said that well, so you won't forget. It's a deadly disease. If you don't think it's bad, ask the children of Israel. Of Old Testament.
115.67.
All, their story just happens
Yeah.
to get in the book. Story says the children of Israel were slaves. God performed a series of dazzling miracles.
Yeah,
and got
that's
them out.
right.
And now they're heading for the promised land. Remember the story? Heading for the promised land. Tragedy of the story, they never got there. Reason. From day one, they started to complain. They griped about the water. They griped about the weather. They whined and cried and griped about the food. They griped about the leadership. They whined and cried because it was too far, too cold, too hot, too difficult, too miserable. I mean, they whined and cried for years. Finally, God said, I've had or something like that. The story says they died in the desert, never got to the promise. Which I think means two things. Indulge in this long enough to get your future fixed. And I guess it also means even God himself can only take so much. Just be on the lookout of the things that can destroy all the good you start. The war is on. And this evening, tomorrow, mentally, personally, socially, economically, you got to make sure that you're winning the war.
Finish, denied it.
Thank you very much. You hear what the cow said to the farmer on the road? Thanks for warning. Anyway, it's gonna get better, so don't panic on me. The economy, right? Interest rates. I used to say things cost too much. That's my whole explanation, not my philosophy. Until my teacher taught me better, this is where the problem was, my own personal philosophy. Here's what's exciting about each person's personal philosophy. That's what makes us different than dogs, men, birds, cats.
Okay.
That's what makes us different than all other life forms. The ability to think, the ability to use your mind.
Alright, so that's partials. Now I need to find the exit for this. Duplicate it.
In the winter, I'm telling you, the goose can only fly
Let's check exit here.
south.
Well, my exit. I know the exit is what? 113.74. 113.74. So I need to find where 113.74 is actually on. Let's check. X for 167.
The entire process of your own life. And we do that by the way we think. We do that by exercising our mind. We do that by processing ideas and come up with a better philosophy, a better strategy.
Which is right there.
Life, goals for the future.
So that may be on the exit of 60,
All this comes from developing our philosophy.
63,
Philosophy helps us process what's available.
113. Yeah, it is.
Get here, we got soil, and we got some rain, and we've got some what? Sunshine, and we've got
So it wasn't fixed. The TP was still wrong. Unfortunately, but since this is how it's logged, I mean, this is how the trade was. Okay.
equity, promise, and That's all there is. And if you blame, the only thing you've got to work with, I'm telling you, is all state philosophy. And not understanding that that's all you've got to work with. This is all you've got to work with. And you don't change the seed, and you don't change the soil, and you don't change the rain, and you don't change the sunshine, you don't change the season. Guys, I'll take 3 springs, 4 summers, 9 falls, no winters. No! You can't fool with this stuff. You've got to take it like it comes. Then what do you change to make your life work well? You've got to start with your philosophy. Guess what I had to do at age 25 in order to change my own future? I had to change my mind. I had to change my thinking. I had to change my philosophy. I was messed up on what was causing my problem. Once I got that figured out, all the stuff I blamed, government, taxes, marketplace, economy, things cost too much, negative relatives, cynical neighbors. Once I got rid of that and started going for where the real problem was me, I'm telling you, my life changed. My bank account changed immediately. My income changed immediately. My whole life took on a whole new look and color immediately. And the early results I got from making these philosophical changes tasted so good, I never stopped the process of that. And I'm telling you, with a little consideration of the refinement of your sale, like setting a better sale, refining your philosophy, your whole life will start to change from today on. You don't have to wait till tomorrow. You don't have to wait till next month. You don't have to wait till spring. You don't have to wait till 90 degrees to start this whole process immediately. I recommend it. Now, some people do so little thinking, they don't even have their sale up. You can imagine where they're going to wind up at the end of this week, at the end of this month, at the end of this year. Now's the chance to change. Number 1 is philosophy. And we dealt with all that. Where we get ideas, versus experience, versus experiences. You don't want to get into all those details because we covered that the last time. But philosophy, that's number 1. My personal view. The person's personal philosophy. Here's the definition of success and failure. Just make this note. Here's failure. A few errors in judgment. Repeated every day. Now you can automatically assume, I say I can understand that. A few errors in judgment repeated every day. For 6 years, I'm with my father. I think I told the story the last time I was with my father. 80 years old, never been ill, still hasn't retired. Not long ago, midnight, he's getting ready to go to bed. He's doing well, got some water, 4 acres going, he's all excited. At midnight, he's getting ready to go to bed. My father's eating what he calls his midnight snack. Like eat before you go to bed. That's what he said. And I'm watching him eat his midnight snack. Guess what he had? An apple, 2 graham crackers, and a glass of grape juice. I said, no wonder my father said that. My mom taught us all those good health practices. Taught me when I'm growing up, right? I'm an only child. I've never been past 50 sometime before. My 2 daughters, 33 never been. My grandkids never been. Telling you, legacy lingers on. As I watch my father have his midnight snack, suddenly it occurred to me.
Alexa,
You know that part.
what is 13.46 divided by 2?
A day, that's gotten the dollar forward, right?
13.46 divided by 2 is 6.73.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Good question for this intelligent audience. What if that's true? You say, well, Mr. Ron, if that's true, that would be easy to do. Then what's the problem? It's easy not to do. It's easy not to adopt it in your own personal philosophy. Or the guy messed up the day. The guy says a Hershey bar a day. Say no. No. Is that just a good illustration of some of the rest of my errors in judgment? If it is, that's where I found myself at age 25. I started working when I was 19. I met my teacher who helped turn my life around when I was 25. That's 6 years. At the end of the first 6 years of my economic life, I've got pennies in my pocket. I've got nothing in the bank. The creditors are calling saying, hey, you told us the check was in the mail. I'm embarrassed. I'm behind on my promise. I live in America. I'm 25-year-old American male. I got a nice family, every reason to do well. And I'm messed up. Now, what's messed up? I used to think it was the community that was messed up. The country was messed up. Government was messed up. Those Democrats ever get in the White House, that'll really mess things up. The Republicans stay in power, that'll really mess things up. The economy was messed up. Interest rates are messed up. I thought all this stuff was messed up. Then I found out that's not what was messed up. I was criticizing the only thing I had to work with. What was really messed up was my own personal philosophy. My own errors in judgment in my own personal philosophy brought me in 6 years. Pennies in my pocket, nothing in the bank. Time to spend while I wasn't doing well, living in America, 25-year-old American male, got a family, every reason to be. Now, once I understood this, here's the formula for failure: errors in judgment, being lax about developing your own personal philosophy. I'm telling you, it's called accumulated backstop. Doesn't matter whether it's your health or your bank account. Guy's got an empty bank account, probably has high cholesterol. Why? Over the last 6 years, he never paid attention to using it. And it doesn't matter whether it's a dollar, whether it's your money, or whether it's your cholesterol. All you got to do is commit the errors, and just because disaster doesn't fall on you at the end of the first day that you don't eat an apple. You say, well, I didn't eat an apple today, and tonight I'm not ill. Well, you got to be brighter than that. Someday you got to leave first grade. The reason we make those first grade desks so small so they won't fit at age 25, right? You don't belong here anymore. Come on.
13.
Now let me give you the secret to success. Formula for failure: 2 errors in judgment repeated every day for 1 month. Starts with disaster process. You can imagine what happens. Now here's the formula for success: a few simple discipline, practice every day. You started a whole new process called practice every day. And if you decide today, go for the apple before the earthly bar, I'm telling you, you have begun the process of turning your life around. And if you keep up that process, not only with your health habits, but with your money habits, with your communication habits, with your sales habits, management habits, and every other habit that you got, if you start that process, eliminate the errors and replace it with discipline practice, tell me you can start this process of life change immediately. After today, you don't ever have to be the same again. Only by choice. You don't have to walk out of here the same as you walked in. Only by choice. You start a whole new process. And you say, Mr. Ronan, is it that simple? Yes, it's that simple. Where else would you start but with an apple? You don't have to start with something staggering. What if you should be walking around the block for your good health and you don't? What'll that do in 6 years? I'm telling you, the word is disaster. You could and you should and you don't. Here's an even stronger word. You won't and you don't because you're careless. Won't probably means you're stubborn. And neither one calls you that. Could, should, don't. I'm telling you, that's why at the end of 6 years, I found myself with pennies in my pocket, nothing in the bank, creditors calling. Could, should, won't. Could, should, don't. Calls you back.
Another stop. That should not be a screenshot.
Next 6 years, I got rich. Next 6 years, I became a millionaire. By the time I'm 31, I'm a millionaire. How about that? You say, well, Mr. Rome, what happened? Well, strangely enough, during that second 6 years of my economic life, the government was about the same. I'm telling you, taxes were about the same.
Oh.
My name
Whew.
were
Okay.
the same.
Man.
The economy was about the same. Prices were about the same. And everything else was about the education. If it isn't going well and you live in America, you have messed up. You don't need to change countries. You say, well, the country's messed up. That's like cursing the soil. When cursing the seed and the sunshine and the rain, it's all you got. Don't curse all you got. Arrange this whole deal. This one, you got to take it. So, number 2, attitude. Here with number 3. Activity. It's a work part. The activity is the miracle work. The miracle means if I understand how it works, doesn't mean it doesn't work.
Alexa, set an alarm for 8:30.
Third alarm set for 8:30 a.m.
If you'll plant the seed, I'll make the tree. Number 1, give God the covenant of the tree. What if you had to make a tree? That keeps you up late night trying to figure out, how do you make a tree? Say, no, I'm telling you, the mystery of the miracle of this stuff has already been set up. God says, I got the miracle going, I got the seed going, I got the sunshine and some rain, and I'm God. The way I've arranged it, I just need somebody to...
Why did I sell?
It's just California stuff. You don't have to rub a crystal and keep under a pyramid. Stuff too easy. Tricks too easy. Change
Is this the right screenshot?
get all that. Nancy Bombard, affirmations, get all that.
And I have the 4 hour, right? Yeah. Okay, I see why. I understand.
Piles up to you that. Be willing to straighten it out. Here's one of the keys. Called activity. Called discipline.
Okay.
Wisdom in your philosophy and inspiration, strengthening of attitude, faith, courage, commitment, all this stuff that comes from attitude. If you're willing to take these 2 qualities, philosophy and attitude, and invest it into activity, you can have a miracle. Anything short of that, no miracle. Wisdom doesn't perform a miracle. Attitude doesn't perform a miracle. The only thing that performs a miracle of increase called equity is called putting wisdom, attitude,
Come on.
Do what you can. You just got to go home and make a list after this. Here's the question to ask if you make this personal list. What am I not doing that would be easy to do? That could greatly change my health, my wealth.
The hard part
What am I
3.
not doing I'm neglecting?
But Kendrick is stuck in my head right now. Check it out.
Go home and answer that question first. You don't have to put the answers on the public service board. It's all personal. So walk
I
away
forget
now.
who's featured on there, but the part where they transfer,
What is the child
or
gonna cover that today.
when Kendrick passes over to Bro,
Few simple disciplines.
that part just keeps replaying. It's J-Rock. J-Rock's on there.
And if you'll pick up the activity part, the miracle,
Anyway, focus.
plant the seed, do your part. Soil will take care of its part. The seed will take care of its part. Seasons will take care of their part. The miracle will take care of its part. You'll take care of your part, called putting it into
Yeah.
activity. 2,000 years ago, on April 13th, one of Jesus' disciples. Now again, I'm an amateur on the Bible. Best as I can remember, one of Jesus' disciples said to me, "It's time to pay our taxes. We don't have any money." I thought to my note, it was about April 13th.
As many as it takes. As early as it takes. How much it takes. Oh, how much they need it. Okay, 2007. 18, 14. Are we okay? That high? No. Let us see. Just give me the 70. If I can, I just want to break 170. Come on. Пошли. One 14, 358. Oh my gosh, dude, how many times are you gonna take a screenshot of a trade that is not active? That just offset every, it's okay, it's fine. Or am I just looking at this wrong?
fairly often. Some things you got to check every day. Some things you got to check at least by the end of the week.
10:30, 13, 18, 13, 18, 13, 18 before 10:30, 10:30, 13, 18. Okay. So what's it? 13, 18's following before 259. It should be 260. It's 261. 260. Alright, so this one's the next. Oh, I already have that logged. Okay. Oh, okay. Awesome.
What if you only made one call? Will that tell us something about John
There's 14, 20, 0. First copy. Alexa, cancel my 8:30 alarm.
8:30 a.m. alarm canceled.
Seven, 5, 6, 8, 23. We're here. 114, 652. 114, 652. Okay, sure. Check it. Oh. Boom. Let me turn that down right there. And then watch this. Watch what I'm about to do. Watch this. Pause. Play. Jeez, that's amazing right there. Okay. So got a little progress done on that this week. 100% no fault. 100%. I'm completing this. This review will be done. Where is my pen? There it is. That was a loss. That was a loss. This is break even. Okay. Obviously, there's nothing to report because there's nothing major happening today, right? I'll review it regardless, right? I'm holding this trade. Gonna take partials at that TP1 level. Criteria for that. You guys may know in the future one day. Let's see if the entry actually came on AU. That's tough. Honestly, I can't take it. I cannot take it. I need you to come back down here. If it gets back down there and gives me that signal, sure, I'll take it, but I'm not taking it there. Alright, that's it. We'll look at gold and US30 for you guys. Nothing on gold. Gold hasn't made it to the level. US30. Let's say there's a short-term buy. Okay. And I'll go down for the day traders. Like, that signal is perfect here. And we're going to make this zone even better by adding some confluence with Fibonacci's, and then going down to a lower level to get the supply and demand zone area. So it's a nice 61. 61 a little bit lower right there, and then let's go to the 5. Oh yes, wouldn't that be something? We'll stop there. No, it didn't pace. I was too fast. Bro, what? Why isn't it pasting? Alright, that's... wow. That's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. No pay requests, no questions. Last week we had CAD JPY, right? So quickly looking at CAD JPY, seeing where it's at now. We got the sell here at this area for the 1 hour. It's not in the review because for some, like, I had CAD Swiss for CAD JPY in the last weekly outlook or forecast, but on the stream, if you go back and check, you can see the setup that we were looking at, and I should be in the Discord server as well. But this impulse, this nice little sell right here, got a nice little move there for I think 7. I actually have it written down. It was like a 33 pip move for my setup. It went further, but for my setup, it would have been a 33 pip move for about a 4 to 1. I think it was 4.16, something like that R. And then I don't remember any other pair being requested. So we'll just stick with CAD-JPY. Since that move already played out, we're done tracking that, so I won't bring it up on the next stream unless someone requests it again. If there are any pairs that anybody wants to go over, please go ahead and type it out below. Otherwise, we're gonna call it a wrap and end the stream. Now, as we're wrapping up the stream, I'll talk and ramble a little bit for anyone to type that wants to type. Again, if you want to join the Discord server where I post these charts, the link to that is in the description, right? Also, every time I make a new YouTube video, whether it's a live stream or an actual video that I post like monthly, it'll be posted in here so you can go back and check it. And also the Forex chart section, like I said, charts I post on live stream here. All the way back from January, I think it's January 2019. So if we go to 2019, did I say January? January 2020. Can I actually type January? I wonder. During January. Hold. Yeah, there's 592 for January. So if you scroll down, you'll find January 21. You can go all the way to the beginning. Look at every single chart that I posted. What else? Yes, major. This week, the weekly forecast is completely free for everybody, giving a breakdown of how it works, how it looks on my Buy Me a Coffee site. It's just a donation site if you guys want to show support and help me along this creative journey and like my trading journey, right? Primary reason I'm doing this is to just document my trading journey and inspire people along the way as I become a full-time trader. And this week, break down how it works. Previous week details the cleanest setup that I have the before and after for, and then the 25 plus pairs that I'm paying attention to or that I practice for the week. And yeah, I think that's it. I also have a blog site. You can check it out in Discord, but that's pretty much everything. It looks like there are no requested pairs, so I'm going to go ahead and end the call here. If you stayed on this long, please go ahead, hit the like button. I really appreciate it. And also hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed to continue. Oh man, to be updated, to be notified when I post a new video. Hope everyone has a great week.